Hi, this is Sue from the Mountain Canary Company. Ed and I are going to talk a little bit about how we check for their weight during the winter or any time. Okay, go ahead, Ed.
Hi folks, good afternoon. This is a cold December day. This is about the time Sue normally rambles out to the barn and visits with all the girls and checks out to see what their blubber content is. Now, we brought Miss Kitty up. She's the one that we normally have a lot of trouble with. She's in her mid-30s. This is a very fascinating mule. She is very fascinating. She's out of a quarter horse. She started her life out over in Hell's Canyon chasing cows. A gal over in Nampa, Idaho took her and started training her to do everything. Western, pleasure, English, competition trail course. She was winning everything in sight. They used to hate to see her show up. And then she loaned her out to a gal because she was going to try this little gelding out she had. She loaned her out to a gal that was doing eventing. And the gal's thoroughbred horse had broke down. So she loaned her out to her for a year or 2 years, I think it was, 2 years. And Miss Kitty was beating six-figure horses in eventing. So Miss Kitty's a really amazing animal. She's so trained. She's actually trained Stu over to the round pen one day and taught Sue how to open the gate. She's an amazing girl. She spent most of her life with me as a pack animal, Rudy. And Sue was the only person that rides her. I put a ranger on her one time to go do something, and Miss Kitty never talked to me for 2 weeks. She wouldn't even look at me. So there we are. But now let's go forward with this. At this time of the year, Sue will go in and check all the girls. Check for the condition, check what they look like, what they feel like, and then we'll have to adjust feeding if we have to for that issue. Like I said, Miss Kitty's in her mid-30s. You'll see that her loins are wasting and she's getting a little more of a hip, a little more donkey butt on her. But that's very normal for mules. So she's not out of shape. She's not ill. Come here, baby. Turn yourself around here. Sue over here, she wants to turn and look at you. This is very normal for mules to start wasting out a bit in their loins. Now is the time you got to watch for your saddle fits, especially now. You may have to do some creative adjustments. And so she's a long way from being done, and she doesn't think she's done. I wouldn't hesitate tomorrow to put her in a pack string, but I will be honest with you, I'll be a lot more careful. I've got other girls out there I can use. Unless I really need her, I'm not going to stick her in there. I did that one time years ago, and she was very upset with me. I took her out and finally took her out again. She came back in there and went through there and kicked and biting and snapping. It's not like Kitty. She informed all that she wasn't done. Well, that's all for this part of me, but she is a real sweet lady. She's been with us since she's 11 years old. So she's been with us a long time, and she's never, ever, ever let me down, ever. We've had a couple of adventures where we sorted out how to get together with each other, but it sure was worth the effort. She's still in pretty good shape, I think. In fact, I'm going to swap out with Sue, and I'm going to take the recording box there, and I'm going to turn Sue loose on this. Okay, ready, Sue? Hi, folks, we're back again. This time with sweet Sue in front of the camera, and the idiot back here with this crazy box. I'm causing lots of problems. Well, anyway, take it away, Sue.
Okay, we're here. We're going to show you how we check our animals before we put them in the winter pasture. And so what we do is we have them out for the summer out on the grass. So when the grass gets short, we switch them to their sacrifice area, and then they get hay. So what we do is check, because here on this is Miss Kitty, and right here she's okay, but she's in her mid-30s, so she is really looks like she's lean, but she's really well fed. But right now she's got a layer of fat right here, even though her backbone's starting to stick up. she's got a layer of fat right here. But what starts worrying me is when I can start feeling her ribs. And I can feel her ribs right in here. Now this is the way she puts fat on, or where she puts it on. So she puts it on here, and then here. And that's where she starts losing it. She starts losing it from back here, and loses it here. That's when I know she's really thin. So right now, she's doing good, but it feels like I'm gonna have to give her some extra pellets before we feed her with the rest of them. So she's gonna get some extra feed. So it looks like since she's her age, you can see how narrow she's getting here because of her age, and her butt back here. It's a donkey butt, and it's not going to get any better. No matter what we do, we can't take off the years. But
She originally came in as and she's been really well fleshed, and she's got a really big quarter horsey butt, but age is the way it is.
okay, so that's what I have to say about checking them, at least ours. This is the way we check them, and we should be checking them all year long.
You're going to be, Sue will spend a lot more time checking them out through this winter months. We had an experience once where we had a horse that lost a tremendous amount of weight all of a sudden. You couldn't tell it on him. He was so hairy. And Sue went out and did her normal check this time of the year, and she came in tears. She said, Moby was just skin and bones all of a sudden. Well, come to find out, he'd been injured in the mountains, and he tore his tricep muscle, and he couldn't put his head down in his eat. We couldn't see it. He was kept a little separate from the mules, but he was well fed and well cared for.
Yes.
But he just couldn't eat. Then we went through the vet process, and unfortunately, we had to send Moby to a warmer, more comfortable place. So it's really important that you pay very close attention to these animals. You never know when they turn. Their body turns on you. Okay, Sue,
Okay.
you want to take it away?
Nope. I want Ed to finish it up for me. Go ahead.
Okay, folks, thank you very much for coming by and visiting with us. You're very important to us. We're putting these out in hopes they'll give you some ideas to how to deal with things yourself. But and remember, please, just ride as often as you can out there. But often, always, please ride safe. Thank you very much, folks. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.